Hello, welcome to Festive Sentimeter. I'm Parikshit Luthra. The festive season has kicked off in India with Navratri and Durga Puja. After a 2-year lull due to COVID, retailers now expect consumers to spend more this festive season. For auto dealers, the season has already kicked off on an optimistic note, with vehicle retail sales recording an 11% year-on-year growth in September due to a weak base. Meanwhile, Retailers Association of India says that early sales are encouraging. A survey conducted by market research firm Ipsos shows that 2 out of 3 Indians are upbeat about spending this festive season. To discuss the industry's expectations, I'm now joined by Nilesh Gupta, Director at Vijay Sales, Kumar Rajagopalan, President of Retailers Association of India, and also on the show with us today, Vinkesh Gulati, Chairman of Research and Academy at Federation of Automobile Dealers Association of India. Nilesh Gupta, if I can begin with you, how's the first week of the festive season been for the consumer electronics industry? What are the big trends that you have been seeing?
So good evening, everybody. I think the first week has been pretty good, although it could have been better. As we always say, dil mange more. But the initial trends, what we are seeing is a lot of electronics is going to sell a lot this time. And another thing which we are seeing early trend is this year, I think in Diwali gifting is going to be very big thing because I think for the last 2 years, people have not been much into gifting. And because this is too early days, but still we have started getting inquiries for 200, 300 numbers of digital watches and all this. So overall, it seems to be a good festive season ahead. Tomorrow is a very big day for us, the being Dussehra. And I think tomorrow will give us the actual picture on how and what will happen this Diwali, how much growth will happen this Diwali.
Right. Mr. Rajagopalan, to get you in, what are the big sectors that you feel will contribute to growth this festive season? You've said that Durga Puja in the East has started off on a good note for retailers across the country. Which sectors do you feel will drive the growth this festive season?
Thank you, Parikshit, and a season greeting to all of you. I think it's that time when all of us have to feel that cheer. And we are seeing already good growth in East. For most of us in retail, we get to know our barometer from what happens in the East because Durga Puja, Dussehra is a very big season for the East, and that's when we get to know whether people are wanting to spend. From whatever I hear, because the data is yet to come in, but most of the retailers that we've spoken to are very gung-ho. They're feeling that business is growing. It's double-digit growth for sure. So that's where we are currently. In terms of items, the wonderful thing about this time is that people are firstly, people who are staying internationally are expected to come into the country, which did not happen for 2 years now. So Indians outside are coming in to meet their people here. The second part is that people here in this country are definitely wanting to go and meet up and greet people. So that means that business for things like beauty items, items like garments, etc., is definitely up. Jewelry, etc., is up. The second thing that we are also seeing is that not only do people want to meet each other, relationships have also changed. So not only do the consumers want to buy for themselves, they also want to buy gifts. And we hope to be able to ensure that that consumers are encouraged to do that, because definitely all of us have lived through tough times and we need to feel that sense of cheer. So that's the other part. People are also traveling up, and that helps. So occasion wear, traveling out, so that kind of items that goes along with it, jewelry, eating out is all really good. Anything that brings a sense of cheer, I think, is a thumbs up for everybody. There is a wardrobe change. Electronic items in the offices are getting changed. So, yeah.
So, all right. So you think anything big that brings cheer to the consumer right now is seeing good demand. Mr. Gulati, the million-dollar question before many prospective car buyers: can they get the vehicle of their choice in this festive month? During the Dussehra, in the run-up to Diwali, can that happen? And have wait times really come down for those big popular models?
So thanks, Parikshit, for having me. And before answering your question, I should thank Nilesh ji and Mr. Kumar for making me also cheerful. Hearing about the other industries seeing such a good growth also creates a hope in our minds also. No doubt, auto industry is also growing well. So year on year, there is a growth of around 11%. still there are some challenges, but I'm happy hearing from Nilesh and Mr. Kumar. So coming back to your question, Parikshit, basically our production has improved. So if you see, we had done some 3.5 lakh dispatches to the dealers, which is best ever, I feel, in the car industry of the same. So, but on the other hand, what is happening is that the customers are more interested in buying. So, whatever increase in production is helping improve the waiting period. The fresh booking is pushing it back down. So, it's a mixed bag. So, there are a lot of vehicles which had improved, or you can say which the waiting period has come down. But still, the top model of all the brands, highest selling vehicles, are similar or a tag lower. So saying that a customer can walk in any showroom and get a car, I feel yes, he can. But will it be his choice of car? I am doubtful, because the base level models are still available at the counters, but not what as of today the customer wants. So not a good time to say that you should
Right.
have planned before. It would have been better. But yes, you can get some vehicle because the production has improved.
All right. So there is something that you can get, but maybe it's not the vehicle of your choice. Mr. Nilesh, coming back to you, the inflationary pressures that we're looking at right now, is that impacting buying behavior? Are you seeing more purchases for entry-level consumer electronics, or is there growth across the spectrum?
So, Parikshit, surprisingly, in fact, we are seeing more growth in the middle and premium segments. And in our case, especially in consumer durable, the inflationary trend does not affect the sales for primarily one reason, and that is financing. So most of the cases, what happens is our 70 to 80% sales happens on EMI financing, out of which 50% is paper finance and 50% is on credit card finance. So then what happens, even if the prices has gone up, like which has gone up in the last 1 year, they have drastically gone up by around 15%, but we did not see any negative impact on sales. For primarily the reason is there are better EMI schemes which are coming in, and consumers are, ours is the only industry where the consumer is not paying interest on the EMIs, because that EMI, that interest component is basically absorbed by the manufacturers and the retailer put together. 75 to 80% manufacturer absorbs and 15 to 20% the retailer absorbs. So we are not seeing inflationary trend affecting our sales. That's very clear picture.
All right, so you're not seeing inflationary trends impacting your sales. But to go back to Mr. Rajagopalan, when it comes to the sentiment versus metros, tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 cities and rural areas, what's the sentiment like right now?
I think the metros have been very strong anyway. And the sentiment is currently very positive. People are definitely thinking that India as a country would be useful. There is global worries, but India would be able to withstand whatever is the headwind that is there. And overall salaries, income levels, employment levels are all decent there. So there is no worries there at all. The rural sector, I think now that there is a decent rainfall and people are expecting that there is a better capability to kind of sell their produce, should definitely see some buoyancy going forward. So overall, I think that across the sector, whether rural or the urban sector, we should be seeing decent business. Urban would still be leading. I don't think we can run away from that. The other part is that there were a bit of a worry till last month, and I hope that I'm proved wrong there, about the segment of population who are not necessarily the well-to-do in the country, not buying enough of the discretionary items. I think their ability to think about their future is slightly better now. Maybe their salaries have also gone up, or their take-home money is getting better. If that be the case, we should also expect a participation across segment of population to be able to enjoy this benefit of the season. I think season is only fun when all strata of society really enjoy themselves.
Right, absolutely. And Mr. Gulati, coming to you, we have seen a stress on the entry-level segment in both passenger cars and two-wheelers. Is the availability greater in these segments right now? Is there an inventory pile-up which dealers are worried about also?
So, Parikshit, yes, you are right. Like Mr. Kumar also said, the entry-level customer profile, the sentiments are not that good. And frankly speaking, if I see the 2021 calendar year was the year of Bharat or the rural India or the entry level. And 2022 has actually given a U-turn. And this is the year of metros or semi-urban things. And that is also being clearly shown. I'm adding one, even the small commercial vehicle, which is the entry level vehicle, which is around 4 to 5 lakh, those are also doing bad. So maybe the commercial vehicle segment on the whole has improved. But the SCVs, which were doing good last year when this last mile connectivity went up with this companies, that is also in challenge today. So I feel overall, the rural India or the tier 3 towns where the lower strata people are there, who normally buys the entry level cars or entry level two-wheelers, they are still under stress. No doubt things have improving. So what we have seen, like two-wheeler, if I compare pre-COVID, is now minus 14%, which was normally around 20-30%, which is showing a position where the growth it is converting towards positivity, but still it's a long way to go. So like latest, if you see, the entry level cars have gone on the scheme. So Alto just launched 2-3 months back is on a scheme. Hero has also launched a scheme on the product for the entry level to entice people. But practically what is happening, I feel, they are still not very sure about their future. The uncertainty at their level is still high on the rural or the entry level segment customers. And we may take some time, they may take some time, maybe another 2-6 months, 3-4-6 months to come out and go ahead for buying. Until the time they come out and buy, the numbers overall, the whatever the premium vehicles are pushing, can't be seen as an overall auto industry.
All right, all right. We're going to take a short break on that note, but when we return, we'll ask about festive schemes, about discounts, how to find the best deals this festive season as well. Don't go anywhere. This discussion continues after a short break.